With our new Z series samplers, it's the exact same sampling engine, so it uses the Z96 sampling engine, which is a combination of our custom JSLSI and an Intel high-performance Intel processor for creating basically the most powerful drum sampling engine that we've ever done. MPC4000 with the Z96 sampling engine gives you the ability to support up to 512 megabytes of RAM. It's a 64 voice machine, but it supports bit resolutions of 24-bit, actually 16 and 24-bit, and sample rates up to 96 kilohertz. As you can see, I guess you're looking at the back panel now. We've gone to all balanced I/O on here, so you've got XLR quarter-inch TRS combo jacks for the inputs. Additionally, there's sampling inputs to come directly from turntables, so with an RIAA input filter, so you can go straight from vinyl to your MPC. There's also XLR outputs as well as TRS quarter-inch jacks there. Got two independent MIDI ins, two mergeable MIDI ins, 4 independent MIDI outs for 64 independent MIDI channels on there. We've got foot switch, 2 assignable foot switch inputs, so you can assign them to do pretty much any function that you want that the front panel can accommodate. They can use transport control. You can set them up for doing tap tempo. Pretty much, like I said, anything that's available on the front panel. Now, we've also gone to a large screen interface on this MPC to really help improve the user interface. So you hit the main screen button, it takes you to your main sequence editing page. So 2 of the things that we've really done that are significant enhancements on the new sampling products from Akai is, 1, we've done a lot of real-time control. With the MPC4000, you actually have 2 dedicated note variation sliders, as well as 4 Q-Link Q knobs here that can all be assigned to do real-time control of a variety of different parameters. You can actually go in and let's do a quick setup here. You can hit setup, I can cursor down, and so for example on the first knob we can set that up to control amplitude, panning, pitch, LFO parameters like your rate, depth, delay, your phase, offset. Then you go off to your LFO2 parameters, filter cutoff, resonance. This is actually a little something else. TF stands for triple filter, which I'll talk about in just a moment. But it's all your different cutoff and resonance for those filters, all of your envelope parameters, zone levels. You can actually even do zone start points to modulate those in real time. So significantly enhanced real-time control. Actually, you can see there's also 8 external controllers that are available as well. So in addition to these, you can actually control them externally if you like. Now, on the triple filter, that's the other area that we've really enhanced our sampling engine, is the filtering capabilities on here. So if I go into the program, my key group, edit one screen, this takes me into my filter screen. Now, the MPC4000, along with the Z4 and Z8, have a 6-pole filter that's actually a series of 2-pole filters that can be combined. So here, for example, we have a 2-pole low pass, 4-pole low pass, a variety of different things, even up to a 6-pole filter for 18 decibel slopes on there. You go all the way around here to the very end, it's like 26 different filter types. One of the things that we've created that nobody else is doing anywhere is a triple filter that actually gives you 3 simultaneous filters per voice. So you can have, for example, here I've got assigned 3 2-pole high-pass filters. We can change this to a 2-pole low-pass, maybe even a single-pole band-pass, 2-pole high-pass, and all of these are accessible in real time and can be manipulated simultaneously to give you some extensive control over your sound. So that's what the settings were for earlier that showed the TF1, that's your triple filter resonance for your first filter, and so on. So all of these can be easily assigned to your Q-Link knobs to control them in real time. So again, nobody else is really doing that. All products pretty much use a single filter per voice these days, so this is something that is extremely unique. Now additionally on the MPC, we've added more pad banks, so you have 6 pad banks here. Each pad bank can have 16 sounds, so wide range of sounds that are available. Now, in addition to the drum sounds and the drum programming that the MPCs have been famous for, these actually have full sampler implementation in them now. So not only can you create killer drum kits and making Mondo beats, but you can actually lay them out to where you can create 128 megabyte pianos, lush strings, any sound that you really want. So we've added a different type of program on here. We're dealing with two different types of programs. So we've got a drum program for doing the drums, and we have key group programs for creating the pianos and strings and things like that a lot of guys want to do. And that's really kind of why we changed the name slightly on this. The MPC in the past stood for MIDI Production Center. Now it's actually a music production center since the capabilities have been so greatly enhanced. So again, just a quick walk around the front panel, we can show you some of the things. We've got the note repeat function here. Great for doing drum rolls and things like that. This is the standard MPC pads that use not only velocity but pressure sensitivity as well. Used in combination with the note repeat really gives you some nice rolls and things like that. Of course, your array, 16 levels, full level. Whenever that's engaged, you're always sending out. You lose your velocity sensitivity, but it's always sending out a full 127 notes or 127 level of velocity. Your pad assign for setting up your pads, Q-Link sequence here, and also, of course, gone over the pad banks, but here's your next sequence and track mute functions. Now these are great for performance type applications where you can do real-time track muting. In the middle of a performance, you just hit the track and it brings that particular track in and out of the mix. So for example, on pad bank A, you have your sequence tracks that are accessible and assigned to your pads there. So that's how you can do some real-time performance applications. We've also gone to dedicated control keys here to access your various modes, record, sample, program, and all the things in between. Additionally, with the large screen here, we're able to do some graphic editing capabilities for sequence data. When you're working with MIDI tracks, you can actually get a piano roll style graphic editing interface for it. You can actually view, if I turn the dial here, go to pitch bend. Actually, I don't have any pitch bend set up there, but it's actually displayed as a wave on there. So you have the ability to graphically edit individual events in your sequence here as well. So, of course, the ever popular nerd mode of step edit. So great for going in and providing the fine tuning and tweaking individual events as you so desire. We've got some things here. We've got a USB host port. So USB host is good for hooking up like a USB floppy drive if you want to get compatibility with your MPC60 and MPC4000 floppy sounds. You can even hook up an ASCII keyboard to improve the naming. Let's see, what else? USB zip drives, USB CD-ROM, MO, all of that kind of stuff. Headphones. And we also have dual drive bays on here. Now these are going to be filled when the product ships. We're going to ship it with a 60 gigabyte internal drive, and this bay over here is going to accommodate a CDR drive. So CDR can be used as a CD-ROM drive for accessing huge libraries of Akai sounds. Actually supports Akai S1000 all the way up to the S5 and 6000, and of course the new Z series samplers. Will also support MPC2000 XL CDs, Roland S700 series, EMU-E3, EMU-E4, so a huge library that's available. Now the CDR will also give you the ability to write, to archive material from your internal hard drive or from memory to keep track, keep an archive of your data. That includes, like I mentioned, the 60 gig drive, the CDR, 272 megabytes of RAM. The unit ships directly from Japan with 16 meg. We're actually, for the US market, adding a 256 meg DIMM to ship with 272 megabytes of RAM. The total RAM capacity is a massive 512 megabytes, and it uses standard DC100 DIMM memory, 168 pin DIMM. So easy to come by and not expensive at all. And of course, no matter where you're at on the screen, in the program, just hit main screen. It'll take you back to the main screen and familiar territory.